Never fails.
Hello.
Mess it up again.
Yep.
Never fails.
How are we? Hello.
Good morning, guys, girls.
Good morning, everybody.
Life.
Welcome to another episode of Trackside Beans. Yes, today that's me on the background track thing in the chat. Shannon is floating around here somewhere, but he's going to bugger off in a minute and go to bed because he's had a bit of a long day. What is everyone up to this morning?
Trying to get chat up.
I've got chat going here.
Oh, it's just me.
Hey, Steve, that's a nice view of the layout there.
You like
Yeah,
that?
that is a nice view, Steve.
That way you don't have to look.
John says audio is clipping.
Oh, let me.
Well, I had my volume on my iPad up, so that was probably it.
I got.
Oh, hang on. Let me turn my volume up on this too.
About ready to put a match to all of this, though.
Joe says she loves your layout, Steve.
Who says that?
Crazy Joe.
Oh, you're so nice, Joel. Yeah. We got 7.
What's that white box you just put up, Shannon? On the stream, there's come up with a... Oh, hang on. No, that's me. Sorry. That's me.
You sound terrible.
Yeah, you need to go back to bed.
There's no audio from Shannon, according to John.
Okay, so if that's the case, everything's working. I'm going to turn this microphone.
See you later, Shannon.
Yeah,
Later,
I'm going back to bed. Good night,
Alrighty.
everyone.
Good night.
Good morning.
Sleep
Have
well.
fun. If any technical difficulties happen, please don't call me. I'll be asleep.
I'll leave you alone, Shannon. I'll stop calling you.
Hey, I didn't even wake up to your phone calls. It was Crystal after, because she only got home from work about an hour and a half ago, and she just jumped into bed after a shower, and she's like, by the way, your alarms have been going off, your phone's been ringing, someone's been trying to call you, this is the phone number calling you. And I'm just there like, Anyway.
Shame on you for trying to sleep.
Yep, have fun. As I said, this is going to be the first Trackside Beans without technical support.
I'm technically technical.
No, we did this before. You had one that had set to go off automatically.
Nah, but now Ally is in control of the stop button, so you could go for the next 4 hours.
Ah.
Not me.
No, I don't think I'll go there.
We won't be here that long.
I've got to get up in the morning.
Yep. Alright, have fun, guys. And Steve, I'll talk
Thanks,
to you
Good night, Shannon.
tomorrow morning, or this evening to you, tomorrow morning to me.
Whatever day it is.
Yeah, I want to try and get at least one package on its way with UPS, with half the stuff that I've got at yours. because I think I figured out how to organise UPS to pick up from you, drop off at me, and I still pay for it.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, if you can give me some dimensions, and I'll try and sort it out. If I can't, then we'll go back to Plan A or Plan B.
Yeah, I'll see what I got left after I've sold it. I've kind of got stuff, kind of gone, but I'll send you what I have left. Is that
maybe
is that
he'll
okay?
send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me.
Steve?
Yes.
Bernard C says, your layout looks, and I'm quoting him, spanky.
Thank you. There you go.
I'll take that as good. Is that good?
I assume so.
I thank you.
It's spanky.
All right, I'm bugging off. I've got work in the morning. Bye.
These little things.
Later.
See you, Shannon.
I was trying to get a train running, and I'll come back and look at chat. Let's see. I need some more coffee. Thank you, Bernard. Good morning, Michael. John, School Club River Valley. Good morning.
Yeah, John's here. Mr. McCarville's here.
Crazy Joe.
Here. Is Bernard here? Good morning,
Yes,
Bernard.
Bernard C is here.
Who else is here?
Doing that.
Nightbot's here.
Yep. Your creepy friend,
thing's
Steve.
always here. Yeah, that creepy thing's always around. I swear Shannon does it on purpose.
I think you named everybody there, Claude.
Did I get everybody its own? Man, this is weird. I'm going to show you guys something here. With two different sizes of spikes, and I don't know of any that are in between these. I'd like to have one that's kind of in between. Some of these longer ones I cut off. But look at this. Okay, the one on the left is a medium spike. The one on the right's a micro spike. And I've not seen any in between. I'm assuming they make one that's like a small spike that's in between those. The medium's what I normally use, but when I don't have roadbed or more than cork roadbed under the track on the plywood, the long ones are a little bit too long, so I either have to go in a big angle or I have to cut them off. And the micros are almost too small. They're probably better for code 40 because the flange I'm assuming is, well, I know it is. It's a lot thinner, but man, it's just weird that they don't have something in between those. These little micros are little bitty, tiny, about a quarter-inch long.
Shannon, are you still playing with the screen there?
Yeah, it's acting weird, isn't it?
I think he's playing around with it in the background.
Go to bed, Shannon.
Well, they may work really good for this, though.
Where'd everybody go?
I'm still here. Did you disappear?
No, chat's
I
up.
see what he's doing.
There,
Shannon's messing
I'm
with
just looking. Oh, yes.
Dad or Ally's messing with it, and she just won't tell us.
No, I'm not messing with it. That's not my mouse moving around on the screen. I think that's Shannon still. Go to bed.
When you mean an AllyChat, there shouldn't be a mouse around.
Well, the mice should be dead.
Steve made it funny.
Well, that might, Steve, maybe that's the one she just plays with. You know, she never really kills it.
Oh, I got one of those, yeah. You have a scratching post?
She just uses a couch. She's always on that couch.
It's comfy. It's a comfy.
So one of these days, she's going to show us a picture of the end of it, and it's going to be just torn to shreds.
That's why it's not in the shop.
There. Is that better?
is probably not what I should be doing today,
Me neither.
because it's going to make me cuss.
Well, it's too cold here to do anything. I think it's like 25 degrees.
It's not quite that cold here, but it's been raining for 3 days.
Oh, please send it our way.
We're under a flood watch.
A flood watch.
Yeah, well, I think it must be the one that is hitting us now must be the remnants from that hurricane,
Oh, yeah.
because it doesn't look like a regular front. It looks like a big swirl. So I'm assuming it's the remnants of the hurricane got up here,
Send some of it our way. We haven't had a drop of rain
which
yet.
they weren't forecasting, by the way. They were calling for sun today. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that.
I can say on the West Coast, I don't remember basically November that hasn't had a drop of rain yet, and we're still under fire watch. We're still under a moderate fire season. That's crazy for November.
I think Shannon's finally gone back to bed because the mouse has stopped moving.
You might
He didn't leave it in the middle of the screen, did he?
Oh, no, he didn't leave it in the middle of the screen. He left it off to one side, thank God. But yeah, he was readjusting everything, and then the screen went black, and then, yeah.
Okay, here, who all's in chat here? We only got 7 in there, and that counts us. So, for the few of you that are up early and watching, a little preview of stuff I got finished.
Well, we got 6 likes already, which is not too bad.
Oh, I better like it. I didn't do it. Oops, shame on me. Now you should have 7.
There we go. Michael McCarville's commenting in here. He says Zeta must be over you, Claude. And then he said, actually, it's too far east for you. And he's also commented,
Well, we're getting some rain, and it's got to be from the hurricane. I don't know what else that would cause that to do what it's doing. Now, here's the other thing I got done.
And John Schuylkill River Valley says, looks great, Claude.
Yeah, it's coming along. Between my back and some other ailments I dealt with this last couple of weeks, I haven't felt like coming up here much. But I did get that done last week, so that's a good thing.
Hello, Digger Evans Model Railway.
Hey, Digger.
Those up.
All right.
That's what I need to do.
Bernard C says, yes, Steve, 3 days ago, 3 below 0 and red fire watch. 8 a.m. was still 2 below. Dry.
Right.
I'll be right back.
Where are you at? Where are you at, Bernard?
He's in Elko.
Elko, okay.
Elko, Nevada.
Whew. Yeah. So you're not too far away. We're not quite that cold yet. So what have you been up to, Allie?
Well, last 2 days I was in Albany, Western Australia, not Albany. And
Albany
yeah, it's Albany over there. Yep,
Albany.
That's Albany in Western Australia. And driving around and saw a few things. Went to the Anzac Museum. Went to the beaches. Loved the beaches. Sat in the spa for an hour or 2 at the hotel. That was nice. Yeah. Took photos of trains on the way back. Not much else. What have you been up to, Steve?
Let's see. 5'8". I used to be 5'10". And now I'm a little over 5'8". A little over 5'8".
Now he's shrinking.
I've shrunk.
Geez, you
I
look
swear.
bad this morning, Steve.
He's shrinking or melting, one of the two.
I shrunk. I don't think I have any
Is
back
that to do
left.
with your knee operation?
Say that again?
Was that because of your knee operation?
No, it's
No,
because I got a
that's
bad back. I'm old. See, you guys aren't old. I'm old. I used to have vertebrae in my back, and now they're all gone. So I shrunk. Yeah, the first time they told me that, I said, no, you're wrong. It's like, yeah, because I hadn't measured myself in a while. And I shrunk. Oh.
It's so hard looking at this on a little screen. Oh, hang on, I can make the screen bigger.
Yeah, I think I'm down an inch. I used to be 6'2.5", and I think I'm down under 6'2" now.
Isn't that weird how that happens?
Man, you just start compressing.
Why did all of a sudden my shirt go away? No, it didn't.
Oh, no, it's not frozen.
I really should be running train or working on wiring, not running trains. I got a short someplace I can't find. Why did that go away? What's everybody else been up to? I know what Claude's been up to. He's
Tell
been
us what
busy
you've been
with
up to in chat, guys. I found this the other day. I was looking for it. Couldn't find it.
I can't see what is it. What are you doing, Claude?
I'm putting up some angle iron for the valance on the top deck over here. I just had this one drop up here, this back drop up here temporary, because I knew I had to get in here to these angle irons. To put these angle irons up for the overhead balance.
Hello, Joe Radar, Black Rock
Hey, Joe.
Central Railroad.
Good morning, Joe.
So yeah, that's what I'm attempting.
Yes, Joe, Crazy Joe. That is S-Scale. It's a Midland Railways JA class, what they used to call a dog box van. Not a dog box carriage, you know. It had the, didn't have any corridor. It had doors on all the compartments.
Funny, I was thinking about getting a hold of you, Claude, and come doing our BS thing this morning, and then I saw Shannon and Allison chatting in the middle of the night.
Yeah, if I hadn't seen that, I was going to holler at you too, because I hadn't seen you all week. I was just going to holler at you and check in and see what was up.
Funny, I was thinking the same thing. What is going on here? Very strange. Why would that be?
No, that's correct, Michael. The keychains aren't on the T-Strings website. you've got to email the Back on Track email, which is in the description below, and put in the subject key chains, and hopefully Steve will get back to you on that.
Oh, for keychains? Yeah. I'm going to give them away for Christmas now.
Yes.
Nobody wants them.
Michael McCarville's asking about them.
Do you want aluminum or steel, Mike?
Also, while we're thinking about it, don't forget merchandise, get your shirts, and what else? Also, quickly sign up if you still haven't for the travelling boxcar, because if you don't now, you're going to miss out. So get on that if you want to get on that. Okay, Crazy Joe, as I said before, email in the link description below and put the title in the subject, Steel Keychain. Just checking, Joe. You're welcome, Michael.
Oh, there they are. See, looking all over for them, they were laying right here next to me.
Well, they're always going to be right under your eyes, Claude.
Always the last.
It's always the last place you look, right?
I've always wondered that. Why don't you go to the last?
You know
place
why?
you look first,
Because you stop
and then
looking.
You don't have to look anymore.
I
You don't know where it is.
I think that's what you do, don't you?
It wouldn't make sense.
Well, you can't, Steve, because the last place you look is always going to be the last place you look, because you stop looking after you find what you're looking
You found
for.
it, so you stopped looking.
Yep.
Exactly.
Well,
So
they
it's
say
therefore the last place you looked.
It makes total sense.
Even if it's the first place you look, it's still going to be the last place you look.
Oh, Thursday morning philosophy.
Welcome to Trackside Beans.
Really.
This is what we talk about behind the scenes.
Philosophy.
Philosophy. I don't have a beard. I need a beard to stroke. You know.
Your beard stroking?
What?
Well, that's what the philosophers do. The old philosophers.
Allie, I don't think you want a beard.
Do the beard stroking. No, I don't really want a beard.
Okay. Now.
Sparky got sent one the other week, so now he's got one that he can stroke. If you guys haven't seen that video, go ahead and have a look at that video on Sparky's channel.
Yeah. We all relate to that. At one point or another.
In case you guys are wondering what I'm putting this up with, I'm using two-way tape on this backdrop. These backdrops, if you've ever seen a vinyl shower liner, that's the same kind of material they're using, except it's a thinner thickness. Shower liner is usually 5 mil. something like that, 4 mil. This is probably 1 or 2 mil at the most. So it's pretty durable, and you can put it up with two-way tape, which makes it putting it up a whole lot easier than if it was peel and stick. If it's peel and stick, it'd be which they also have, the company also has that. If you're putting it up first, before you have any layout built, the peel and stick would probably work fine, but you need at least 2 people to put it up and get all the air bubbles out of it and all that. This is thick enough, I can actually put it over these, let me see this, over these angle brackets that I'm putting up here, and you won't be able to tell that there's an angle bracket there.
I'd make you bigger so people can see it, but I don't have control of that, unfortunately.
And then I can do that. Okay. So I put the angle brackets up, and then I'm using the two-way tape to put it up with, but this is a gray vinyl material that they print the picture on. Now this stuff is their most expensive, but it's only $2 more per square foot than their cheapest product, and they've got a middle of the road product in there too that's $1 a foot cheaper than this. But it's large products, and they make a really nice product. At least I like it. And they've got some really good photos of background scenes. He can reverse. The one I did down here on the bottom, I had him reverse the scene. And I wish I'd have done that up here and I wouldn't have had to cut it, but I thought about it after the fact, and to get this part of the scene that I wanted for the trestle here, I had to cut it, which is going to work out okay because I'm going to put a cut in here anyway, a scene break, and then I'll put another one over here for the other backdrop to go on. But anyway, yeah, it's a really good product. They're not cheap, but they're pretty good. And the other nice thing about this two-way tape is you can take it back down if you want to rearrange it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Bernard. I've got old man syndrome too.
And the two-way tape I'm using is 3M. I'm sorry, not 3M, Scotch. This is extreme. This is actually for using outside, but it does stick very, very well, and it does not let go.
Bernard C is asking you, Claude, is that one of your picks, or they made, or someone they offered?
Lark Products, LARC. He's got several. This is from their Colorado Autumn collection. He puts out a CD that has a lot of backdrop stuff on it for, say, if you're doing in scale, it would be good for in scale because you just print them out on your computer printer. So they're paper sheet sizes, and you put them, print them on there and then put it around, or you can send him a note and tell him that's what file you want, and he can put it on this kind of stuff. It also has files for billboards, posters and stuff that would have been on the side of buildings and stuff back in the day, magazines, shop interiors. What else does it have? I think it even has some like rock and brick pieces that you can print out. You know, if you don't care about the texture, it's got that on there. Has containers for the guys that like to do shipping containers. It's got all kinds of containers, and you can print them out and fold them around a block of wood or something like that to do your shipping containers.
Hey, Claude, Michael McCarver wants to know what goes in the gap between the two.
I'm gonna come up here with a mountain, some 3D, you know, mountain like this here, except it's gonna have either a tunnel, a short tunnel, or a cut in it right here, and that'll gap these two, or hopefully it'll gap them. So what I'm gonna do, because this looks a lot closer than this does, what I'm going to do is kind of bring this into this and have it kind of cut off right in here. So that when you come out of that cut, now you've got say a cliff right there that you're looking over. Kind of trying to hide the perspectives and all that good fun stuff. The only bad thing was on this, get it here. On this one, it only came in a 24-inch wide, which is what this is, and I'm actually about 25 and a half inches depth here, but I'm going to put stuff along the bottom of that anyway, so it'll all be covered. Probably put a small berm in part of that, and it'll have bushes and trees all there, so all that part of the backing will be, will be covered. You won't be able to see that. And then over here on this side, when I come around here, I'll do the same thing over here. I'll put another cut or a tunnel in here to transition over here to this town that's going to be on the top level. But before I do all that, before I get that far, I've got to get the backdrop on this bottom part. So I've got to decide what I'm going to use down here yet. This is where the yard and stuff's going to be. So hopefully that'll explain that. I'll do enough of it on here, I won't have to do an update.
No, yeah, you do. You still have to.
Well, I'll do an update. This is next weekend. And I've made the decision to use the micro-engineering steel trestle on this part right here instead of doing a wood trestle. Since I've got two wood trestles already, this will be a full-blown steel trestle up here. I ordered the stuff for it yesterday.
That's going to look amazing.
I think it'll look really good. And then, of course, once you get the balance up here and kind of picture frame it, it'll look even better. I built this down a little bit lower than what I would have done just for myself. But my son's not as tall as I am. And then when my wife came in and I told her where the top level was going to be, she goes, well, I won't be able to see up there. So I made it down a little bit lower so, you know, people come in and not have to have a stool to see things.
Good morning, John. Good morning, John.
Good morning, John. Which John are we talking about?
John 2618.
Oh,
2618, John.
Are you grounded, John? You're not testing and flying, are you?
Well, better not.
Yeah, you better not be. Okay, that's good there.
He says he's not flying at the moment.
Okay, I need cardboard.
Oh, that's good.
Benazzi says, Claude, that's going to be bad ask. I think he means another word, but I'm not going to say it.
It's going to be badass. can say that. This is beans. Shannon said a whole lot worse than that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some soap. We need some virtual soap and wash his mouth out with when he does that.
Yes.
Hang on, there's this little emoji sanitizer here.
They actually put an emoji sanitizer up. Oh, you did.
Yes, I did.
Well, I'm surprised there's one even there to put up.
There's some interesting things to put up here. What's that one? Take out, hydrate. Ooh, it's a cat in a box.
You do that way too well.
What's that? That's a dog.
What's that, Bernard? The backdrop? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. I've got the chat on, but it's not over there where I can see it real easily.
What are you saying fantastic to, Joe Raider? Hello, Indian Head Valley Railroad.
Good morning, Elmer. What? Hola. Hola from the west coast of the United States. Not bad.
I need to do something here. This will work.
Hola.
Hola.
There's not even an emoji for social distancing.
No, I've had enough of it as it is. I don't need an emoji for it. Well, Steve, did you see the Thanksgiving protocol for California?
Yeah, I did. Well, I can probably know what I'd tell the governor of California he can do.
Oh, yeah. They can only have 2 parties over. Now, they didn't, I don't know that they said how many people in that party, but like 2 families other than your own, so you'll have 3 families together. Okay? And you can only meet for 2 hours. Like you couldn't get the virus in that 2 hours, but if you go 2.5, you'll catch it. So you can't go 2.5. You can only go 2 hours.
Yeah.
You have to meet outside.
It's very specific.
Don't get me started on politics, Claude.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I didn't mean to get too started, but I thought it was funny all the stuff. Well, the meme I saw on Facebook was, it's funny you can only have 6 for Thanksgiving, but you can have 30 for a funeral.
Yeah.
So I want to tell all my family and friends that on the 26th of November we're having a funeral for my pet turkey.
Yeah. Yeah, he died for a good cause. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just ignorant stuff like that. That's what's so funny about it.
All I can say, people, is get out and vote.
People will probably use the showstoppers as an excuse not to vote.
Voting, which is a joke. All they needed was the absentee that they've always had. And don't need mail-in voting, that's for sure.
supposed to be off.
Wilma's saying 10 people maximum.
For Thanksgiving?
I assume that's what he's talking about.
We usually have more than that. Only because my niece and her husband and my daughter and her husband are going to the in-laws this year.
Well, now they want you to snitch on your neighbor too. Turn your neighbor.
Well, that won't happen in our neighborhood.
That's a real good plan.
The only guy that would have done that in our neighborhood, his wife divorced him, so he's gone. And it's been a lot quieter around here since then too.
Yeah, you got a pretty nice neighborhood.
Hello, Humanity Junction Heat.
Hey, Heath.
It's the Three Musketeers.
That's supposed to be off.
The funny hair guy, he's not on tonight. He's a bit knackered from work.
Let's see what the. That's interesting.
Now the party can get started because Heath's here apparently.
Let the party begin. You bring your
I'm just watching
refreshments
chat. And yeah. Heath, did you bring all the snacks? Actually, Steve doesn't like me eating snacks on this show. They're too loud.
in? Oh, you eat noisy snacks.
Yes, I'm hosting today. I like my savoury snacks.
How are you on salt and vinegar?
He says he has Twizzlers. That's your favourite, isn't it, Steve? Ooh, something really cheeky.
No, it's red vines. Red vines.
Oh, that's right. You like red vine.
Yeah. Twizzlers taste crappy.
What's news with you, Heath? Wilma's asking you, Steve, what is the protocol for Train Mountain? I'm sure there is regulation. Did you catch that last one from me, Steve?
Say that, what? What'd you say?
It was a question from Wilma.
No, I didn't hear.
He's asking what's the protocol for Train Mountain?
Protocol for Train Mountain is basically back to normal. They're open for members and guests. So pretty much, you still have to wear masks if you go inside, but most of the stuff inside is closed. But no, it's actually did pretty good surviving the fire on the north side. But no, Train Mountain's doing pretty good, Wilmer. What are you up to? Hello? I think my internet died.
No, I can still hear you, Steve.
Oh, okay. I was looking at my phone.
But
I don't know. It got really quiet all of a sudden. I got scared.
yeah, I think someone says my screen is freezing.
Yeah, you're frozen, Allison. That's why I was wondering. I saw that and it got quiet. And it's like, oh, crap. Okay, kill you.
Oh, I do like Krispy Kreme donuts. My connection is slowing down. That's probably why I'm freezing. Hang on, let me run the speed test.
So how does it work when Shannon starts the stream and you take it over, and so you control it now, or does he run it? How does that work? Computers for Dummies, explain that.
I only run the YouTube part of it. I don't run... Yeah, I only run the YouTube part of it.
Okay.
Here, Claude's shirt says trackside beans. It's a gas. Claude's muted, so I assume he's using some
I'm getting ready
loud
to,
machines.
yes. I was using a vacuum and I'm getting ready to use another one, but yeah, I'm sorry. It's on the website, on the Teespring site, if you want one. And they're comfort tees, they're very comfortable. I'm gonna mute you again, or mute me.
Okay, I'm going to leave 2 trains unattended, running. You watch a train wreck because you guarantee it's going to happen.
That would be a good one, Heath. A Blame Heath shirt. We have Krispy Kremes in Australia, but we don't have Dunkin' Donut, no.
We're not missing anything with Dunkin' Donuts.
They're talking about coffee and donuts on
Krispy
here.
Kreme are the best donuts. Of course, you
Agreed.
go to sugar coma every time you have one, but you know, they're pretty good. Yep.
Totally worth it.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't eat as much sugar as I used to when I was younger, because I'd be in a coma all the time.
Well, we have, what's the other one that we have? We do have Wendy's. We have Wendy's. Bernard C says, has anyone tried out the new TCS throttles?
Do what now?
You know the TCS Wi-Fi throttles?
Okay, I don't have one of those. Is that new one?
Yeah. I've looked into them, but you need to be running the Y-throttle stuff. What do I call it? LocoNet. You need to be running
Yeah,
LocoNet.
you gotta have your system on, all that good stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just got the new Digitrax throttle, and I like it so far. Of course, mine is the wired version. It's not the infrared. I don't need that, but so far I like it. I haven't got to use it much. But I will be using it when I get the boxcar gets to me to do the video for it. I'll be using it on that.
Don't you need a receiver to get it to work on Digitrax or NCE, Heath?
Oh, is Heath here? I thought I smelled something.
Yeah, Heath's in here.
Good morning, Heath.
Yeah, but even with the adapters, don't you need to still have a Wi-Fi system set up, like LocoNet or something here? I thought it was. I'm probably not thinking of the right thing then. Probably thinking of something else. Whatever the Y throttle works with, whatever that works with. The app on your iPhone. Do you need to set up a computer with the Wi-Fi tracks? Or is it just some separate module that you plug into your PCC system? Bye, Joe Raider.
Hi, Joe.
I do. And I need a maid. Keep this place made.
You need a what? Claude?
Yeah. Keep this place
Made?
I can't find anything. Hey.
Isn't that your job? Because it's your place?
I know it's here. No, I work like this all the time. That's the bad thing. I like to straighten up when I'm not working. But when I'm working on stuff, I don't even bother trying to keep it straight because it never does stay that way. Well, shoot. Why did I do that? I know it's laying there somewhere. It's just a matter of finding it.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So, it's just a module that you connect to the DCC system, so you don't have to run a computer like with JMRI set up or anything. I'm going to investigate this. Thanks, Heath. Ah, interesting. Okay, that is cool.
Yeah, it's very hard to find something you're looking for when it's not in the room that you're in.
Yeah, but you're never going to find it when it's not where you think it's supposed to be. Well, there you go. I learned a thing.
Say again? You learned a thing.
I learned a thing.
Oh, on the streaming stuff?
Yep. Heath is talking about Wi-Fi tracks. And he says it's actually an Australian company. For Australian English.
Y'all talk funny down there.
Well, apparently you guys can understand me, you just can't understand Shannon.
Oh, I've gotten better. But sometimes he talks a little too much Australian.
Yeah, but you have to spend time to do it.
I'm getting pretty good, though. I can understand almost everything he says.
In your dreams.
Almost.
Well, let's say I hear it, I don't understand it.
There you go. Okay, I need I need a vote from the gallery.
Need a what?
A vote from the gallery. Should I do a tunnel here?
A vote.
Or or just a cut? I'm leaning toward just a cut, mainly because I have a ton of tunnels already. Well,
tunnels are hard to get to if you have derailments.
Just to cover this area here. And of course, the ground is going to come out further on each side, but the tunnel wouldn't be very long. It'd be just basically a cut through a bridge.
What about a bridge?
Yeah, the bridge is going to be over here.
Yeah. No, a bridge over the track.
No, this is up
like
here.
A road bridge.
This is up altitude-wise. A lot higher than that would happen. At least in my world, it is.
It's your world, yeah. You can put some happy clouds in it.
I'm sorry,
what about
what?
A warehouse?
A what?
A warehouse.
Anybody who can reach Heath, somebody slap him upside the head.
John 2618 says a cut would look good, and Heath also says, or just put trees in front of it.
There'll be trees there for sure, but I'm talking about bridging this gap in the backdrop right here. So I've got to have something there where I extended that over. But I'm leaning toward a cut. I think a cut would look good. So I'm going to come down from here with like a rock face, and then here I'll build it up in front. So we'll have something to go behind, but it won't be an actual tunnel. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I think a cut's the way to go.
For as short as that is. Over here on this side, I'll probably do another short tunnel, but because I want to do basically the same thing on this side once I get across the bridge. And what that's doing, it's breaking up the backdrop scenes for me. Because this backdrop I ordered, it was 13 foot long. So it's from here all the way around is 13 feet plus that extra right there. And if I'd have had him reverse the picture, where I'd have had that on that side, I wouldn't have had to cut it because it was originally on this side of the backdrop. And I cut it to move it over here, but so I could get this part of the backdrop where I wanted it. But water under the bridge, so to speak. We'll make it work.
Yeah, Heath agrees. Yes, do a cut. Bernard C says, I'm with a cut too, or a small tunnel.
I mean, I'm an ex-plumber, so if you can't fix it with a hammer and channel locks, it can't be fixed.
You ever use duct tape when you're plumbing?
No. Tape up boxes.
My goodness.
I like the mechanics with the trying to get a nut off. If that nut ain't coming off, it's going to be melted off. It's coming off whether it likes it or not. One way or another. Yeah, Bernard C says, nah, not long enough for a tunnel. I'm all in for a cut.
And even if it's not, that's what's going there, so.
Done deal.
And I'm not a big hot glue guy, but if you're doing the cardboard deal like I'm doing here, works great for that. Yeah.
Yeah, hot glue is good for cardboard.
Cardboard and dried flower arrangements, that's about all it's good for.
Heath, maybe it should say something along the lines of, instead of just blame Heath, it should be, blame Heath. Blame Heath.
Whatever.
Make it casual. Whatever, blame Heath. Heath did it.
Of course, Heath, you know we wouldn't give you crap if we didn't love you, man.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Claude must
If
love.
we didn't like you, we'd run your ass off.
Yeah. He wants to know whether or not he should put an exclamation mark after it.
Or a question mark. Question mark might be better.
Blame Heath, exclamation mark. Blame Heath? That's what it'll sound like if he puts a question mark there. It'll be blame Heath?
Not good, sure.
That sounds very unsure.
By the way, if you want to cut all these little strips like this, if you have a bandsaw,
Blame Heath.
it goes a lot faster. Instead of having to cut them with a knife.
John 2618 says, should start a business, Heath. People can blame you for a generous fee. Yeah, I don't think it's a question either, Heath. I think everyone agrees to blame you. are you shunting there, Steve?
Oh, I'm testing some stuff I did. I replaced. Oh, well, I didn't replace these turnouts, but they never had any way to throw the switches. They were kind of just for looks, and I put some Caboose Industries ground throws on all three of them. They kind of work. So yeah, I guess technically I am. I got one really bad curved turnout right up here that I wish I'd have never put in. Let's see if that works.
Blameheath.com.
Blameheath.com.
Yeah.
.com.
Jeff.
Don't get me started. Early in the morning.
Peanut's great.
I don't know. I've always been partial to Ahmed.
I saw a meme on Facebook yesterday. Had a picture of Biden at a podium doing a speech, I'm assuming. and the meme said,
yeah, you got...
I bet you can't imagine Jeff Dunham's hand up his... Not imagine Jeff Dunham's hand up his ass.
Oh, well,
He looks like Walter.
Yeah. Yeah, go watch the mock debate that he did with Ahmed being the moderator.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
I was rolling on the floor. That was so funny.
Have you seen the Owl Kitty version? Yeah, Owl Kitty, they green screens, you know how on one of the shots of Joe Biden, a fly landed on his head?
And that's all they could focus on.
Well, they did,
Yeah, that's the media for it.
they did a green screen of Owl Kitty eating the fly. It was so clever.
Hey, Allie, have you ever heard of Sky Australia News over there? Sky Australia News.
Yes. I'm not the biggest fan of Sky News Australia.
Okay.
Sky News in general.
Well, I didn't know if they were like a tabloid or not. I was just curious.
They tend to be very misinformed with a few things. They're too one-sided and too opinionated,
So
and
they're
that's not what
regular
news
media
should be.
That's
Sort of like our news over here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because that's what ours is. It's not news anymore, it's all opinion.
Too one-sided.
Which is sad.
Yeah,
Really
it's
is sad.
opinion. And
No,
it's
no,
not
they don't
fact.
even care if they're telling you the truth anymore.
Hey,
I don't care.
Claude, did you watch the Senate hearings yesterday?
No.
Oh man.
I saw the clip on Cruz getting on that goofball.
I watched it live when he did that, and it was like, yeah, right
And
on.
the guy committed a felony right there on camera.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, we're probably getting a bit too
They committed a
political.
felony right there on camera when he lied to Congress. They
Yeah,
don't do anything about it, of course, but he did commit a felony.
yeah, that's kind of a lot of that going on.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, right there. Oh, come on. The only thing I don't like about, well, not the only thing I don't like about hot glue, but the biggest thing I don't like about it is it gets kind of stringy.
Oh, yeah,
If
that
you just
gets
wait until
annoying.
it all cools off, then it comes off really easy. So that's not bad.
Yeah, you can pick it off, which is not so bad.
Excuse me. Good old man morning cough.
We hope you haven't got the showstopper.
Well, no.
Let's see here. Yes.
Is that you wailing, Claude? Oh my god, I think he actually found the website. No, but he's got, click the link, www.blameheath.com. Goes to his YouTube page. How do you do that? That's cool.
I'm running my blue ones just for you, Allie.
Hey. I can't see them.
Oh, they'll come out here in a second. They're noisier in hell.
I can't tell if you sound like a cat or one of the dinosaurs off of Jurassic Park.
That's why you gotta add the meowing in.
Okay, this should be coming
That one was
now. You should be able to
Steve.
see 'em.
That was Steve.
That was not.
See? Blame Steve. No, blame Heath.
What? Blame Heath. I'll take the blame.
Your name's not Heath.
I get blamed for everything anyway. That's just the way it is.
We don't blame you for everything, Steve. That's your wife that does that.
Oh boy, yep. Like I said, I'm always in trouble.
You
It just
also
depends on
blame
how
Shannon
much.
too.
It's like, life's easier if you just know you're always in trouble.
Yeah, when you get up in the morning, you roll over and say, "Good morning, honey, I'm sorry."
That's right, yeah. I'm in trouble today.
How was your day? I'm sorry.
What'd you do today? Oh, I played trains all morning. Oh.
The preemptive sorry.
Yeah.
Preemptive sorry. Are you live right now, Heath? Like at the same time we are?
What?
Oh, he's got a website
Hey, man,
now.
right uptown. Hey, is John Skullkill Rubber still here?
I do not know.
The question.
I know he's
No, I don't think
he
he
works
is.
for a living, so. I would imagine it's not good trying to do accounting while you're listening to our garbage.
Yeah, it might be just a tad distracting.
So I was going to tell him I directed. Who did I direct over there? Might have been Michael McCarville. Is he still here? I directed somebody here the other night to
No, I think he's gone too.
go over and check out his bridge, his lift-up bridge video. And it's good stuff even if you don't have to do one.
Yeah, I think it's a clever idea.
Mailman's here, and I think there are packages involved. Be right back.
Mail call. Steve's got Sting.
I got Shannon's Challenger. We'll pull this.
Is it real spinning?
Yeah, it doesn't pull as much as he says it does. Especially on my lap. It should pull 150 cars on a level track. It's like, not on mine. Let's just get rid of all this stuff here. It's got a whistle you can't even hear.
Let's see if it's just me or which is back on track tonight. No Shannon. Or today.
Well, I got something. I get to do a mail call. I didn't know this was coming today.
Woo!
But it's pretty cool. I know what it is, so.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
And this may not show, it may shine too much. Yep.
Oh, a calendar.
This is Friends of the Cumbers and Toltec Railroad that they put out every year. We got some really nice scenes on the back.
Ooh.
And you can get this off their website, Friends of the Cumbers and Toltec. If you would like a nice narrow gauge steam calendar. I got one for my son too, so.
Hello,
Jason?
Train Freak Jason. Good morning.
Come on, Jason.
No, let's block it off from underneath. The light can't get up there.
Hey, don't throw us under the bus as well, hey?
Who's laughing?
And sidetrack Sunday. Get the STS crew in there as well. See you later, Bernard. See you, Bernard.
See you, Bernard.
I can get the other Chandler going.
Say, I hear choo-choo running.
You do?
Is this one going to scroll through?
No, it's not liking some rocks sticking out over here. This thing has a lot of swing on it as far as checking for clearances.
Yeah, they need a lot of a very wide
Berth.
what do they call them? No, that's not what I'm thinking of. There's a technical term for it.
This is a highly technical way
Right of way.
sticking your thumb inside the phone. Gonna have to take a hammer to that one. It's too hard.
Which I'm sure is good for your scenery.
That was my homemade sculptor mold, like concrete.
I watched Brian. Did you see Brian's video the other day about
I
making
did.
it? And that's
I did.
And it works, but man, that's a lot of work to get.
Oh, well, that's what I told him. When I first did this thing, I made the homemade sculptor mold just like John, and it works, but it's way too much work for me.
Yeah,
Unless you,
for no more than sculptor mold cost. My time's worth more than that.
well, that's what I figured. It cost me probably 3 times the sculptor mold just in time.
Not only that, but it's messy. At least it looked like it was messy.
It does work, though. It absolutely does.
Well, that's why I did it out.
I've got the time. I didn't have that much that I needed that much sculptor mold, so it's easier just to buy a couple of bags.
Yeah, well, that's what me. I bought I bought one bag. I've got another, I think it's 3 bags worth down here that I haven't even dipped into yet. Because I've been using the fusion fiber. I don't use the Sculptamold like, I don't use it for the main thing. I use regular plaster. To me, it's a lot easier to work with. And I like the finish of it better than the Sculptamold. When the Sculptamold dries, it doesn't take paint the same way.
Right.
Well, it probably depends as well on, the weather where you are, whether it's going to dry and
Yeah, that could be.
all that sort of stuff as well. All that.
Well, I haven't had any problem with, with the plaster cracking or anything like that. And, we're in a pretty diverse weather area here. But, I just didn't like the way the Sculptamold looked as much as I do the plaster for doing the mountain, the main part of it. I've used it for filling in, stuff like that, and it does give you a different texture, so in that regard, it's kind of good for, what am I doing here? You got me talking, I'm all backwards now.
Yeah, we old guys can't do more than one thing.
Can't do more than one thing at a time.
Can't multitask.
I had that up in there, how did I get that? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, and for filling in around stuff, the fusion fiber works much better than Sculptamold does anyway. The only drawback to the fusion fiber is it doesn't get hard, like Sculptamold will.
Well, also the homemade Sculptable too, it had, and I don't remember which one did which, but one of them dried a lot faster than the other, and you had more time to work with it. I think the homemade stuff, you had more time to work with it. But
Well,
if
it's
you
going to
wanted
depend
something
on it's going to depend on the plaster too that you use.
right.
Because even Hydrocal comes in different deals where it dries differently.
Yeah, I think the homemade stuff took longer to dry, so if you had a scene or something that you wanted to come back and rework and you weren't locked into it, I think the homemade worked. The Sculptamold was pretty well, ready to start carving in a shorter period of time, so that, I don't know which is a better advantage or not.
Yeah. Well, I don't do a lot of carving. I've done a little bit, but I don't do much. I figure I used to rock molds and put those in place. Like I was watching Don over on the nearly historical railroad, and they were doing rock molds, but they put the plaster in the mold and then carry it inside, because they do all their mixing outside, and then they carry it inside and stick it on the side of the mountain and hold it there for 5 minutes until it sets up a little bit. And man, what a pain in the butt doing it that way. It's a lot easier to pour all your molds through.
Yeah, I would have thought that
Let them
was
harden, pop them all out, and they come out of the molds nice and clean that way. And then come stick them on the mountain. You can break them and fit them in that way. You don't have to, because he was talking about how they fit them in and all this, and I'm like, well, it's a lot of work.
My thing died.
Your thing died. That doesn't sound like a good thing, Steve.
Hello, respect is not given.
Say who?
That's the name of someone who came up on the chat. Respect is earned, not given.
Well, that's their name. That's
I'm not
their
sure who
name.
that is, and we've lost Steve. Steve has dropped off. Where
He
did you
said
go,
his thing
Steve?
died. Might have been his phone.
John 2618 says,
Oh,
Claude, your
sorry.
mountain work is amazing.
I've never done it before until I started this, so.
Not there.
And
Right
Stephen's back.
My
You forget to charge your phone.
Did you get your thing fixed, Steve?
I don't know what's going on, but we can't hear him.
Yeah, I didn't get
Can't
it
hear you,
done. That's
Steve.
not a bad thing on any of us.
It's beat up, Steve.
Yes, it is.
It's usually
Well,
Shannon
I
that we
Steve
pick
all
on.
the time. Steve and I have, in the year or so we've been talking online, we've kind of find out that we're so much alike, it's scary.
Better.
Better.
What's going on?
Yeah, who knows?
What's his name? Colonel Murphy in there again.
Yeah, he's not a nice guy.
Are you talking, Steve? Because we can't hear you again. It's
Yeah,
dropping
he's
off.
having a connection problem, I think. Connection issues.
Could be my end too. No idea.
How about now?
That sounds good.
Oh, man.
We got you now.
Oh, okay. Well,
And you're going quiet again, Steve. Oh, what's going on there? Still hear you, Claude. Wonder if it's wrong.
Is Steve on there? I'm not looking at the camera, so.
He hasn't come back yet.
Oh, right there. Okay. I'll have to fix that wagon by going in right there. For anybody that wants to know what I'm doing right here, I'm trying to block the light coming up from underneath. I'll have plaster and stuff up here too, but this is just in case a place doesn't get plastered over.
if that didn't work,
You were fine a minute ago. I don't know what you're doing. Now you sound like crap again.
Yeah. You're patchy. And gone completely again. Maybe try your headphone thingies.
I'll say thingy to Steve. He gets nervous. I'm going to look on here and see if. Oh, they don't have a real good one. They do have one picture of a of an autumn scene.
We'll just have to be content with looking at Steve
Well, that's hard
and
to
not
do.
listening to him.
Okay. We can see that or not. Back there in the light. That's the only autumn scene on the calendar. I'm assuming that's November.
It does look a lot like the background
Yeah, well,
across
this
the
is-
right
this
there,
is-
Claude.
I mean, it's what I'm after. All of this, all the backdrop up here is Colorado in the autumn. But that's what I'd love to take my wife back and ride this train in the autumn. In the fall, that's their busy time usually because the aspen's changing. But the vistas off of that train, the views that you get are phenomenal.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
There he is. We hear you.
There he is.
I don't know what's going on. I don't have a clue.
We knew that. You didn't have to tell us that.
You can usually tell the sound is gone because we can't hear the loco.
There we go. Okay. See if it'll work this time.
Well, we can hear the loco now.
I'm going to dig this out.
Ooh, that blue's hot. Steve gone again? Now he's gone again.
Are you talking, Steve? I think we lost his sound again.
Yeah, he must be having connection problems. Yeah.
Could be an internet issue.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's anything to do with
if he doesn't take his
Me
motor
running
out
the
to the
street.
shop with him, his internet connection is not very good. Oh, he's back. He's gone.
no.
It's kind of like, where's Waldo?
Where's Steve? Probably the same place as Lee Rayler is.
Yeah.
I'm about to call it quits if this doesn't work.
Now he's starting to Shannon.
Don't worry,
I hear you
fun at
guys.
expense.
But you couldn't hear me. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh, so you heard us talking about you, didn't
More
you?
than usual, I don't know what. I don't know. I don't get it. Must be Thursday.
hours. Crossed anchors. Yeah, they must have some stamina.
5-hour live stream. Well, we've been on this thing 4.5 before.
Yeah.
I don't think we realized it was that long, but until we got done.
Today it's only been an hour and 41 minutes. Great shot of your armpit, Steve. And his sound is gone again. He's waving.
Probably so.
I think he's giving up. Oh, wait, I heard some sound. And he's gone again.
Oh, I'm about to give
You're
up.
trying.
If it again, I'm gonna go bye-bye, guys.
So far I can hear it going.
Do you have the modem out there with you?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's gotta be Allison's fault. I've done nothing different.
Hey. Aren't we going to blame Heath? We're going to blame Heath shirt coming soon. Claude, respect is earned, not given, says Claude's mountain is insane. Really like that. And John 2618 says, lol, poor Steve.
John, he'll get over it. That's just another day for Steve. Yeah.
Another day, another issue.
I'll go up the top.
I hope he's not talking at the moment because we.
I think he knows when he can't
I
be
don't hear
heard.
anything.
Because he can hear us. He can hear us.
Yeah, his mouth is going, but
Yeah, well,
his mouth is going, but nothing's coming out.
that's what my wife says about me.
And there goes the hand gestures. Peace. Thumbs up.
That's what my
Right.
wife says about me. My mouth's moving, but nothing's coming out. She's not talking about sound. She's talking about anything worth listening to.
Let's ask him how to spell Saturday. No, that was Claude. That was Heath. He's poking fun at you.
I know how to spell it. All the words, all the letters are there, man. Yeah, just work the right
Yeah,
order.
all the letters were there, just the wrong order.
Damn New Yorkers always wanting everything perfect.
He says, I know, just busting on Claude.
Hey, I can take it, man. You grow up with my name, you learn to live with all that kind of stuff. Actually, usually the best way to do it is make fun of yourself before anybody else does, and then they don't have any ammo.
That's
But
it.
my philosophy in
Own
life
it.
is if you can't laugh at yourself, you're in for a long, miserable life.
It took me a long
You
time
get
to
too
figure that
serious in
out,
life?
but yes.
No, it doesn't mean you got to be a
I've got red
clown
hair.
all the time like I am, but you got to learn to,
No.
you know, roll with the flow. Hang on a second, I'll get the other phone ringing. Call from unknown. We're gonna stay unknown.
Steve Arnold says, Colonel M, I'm assuming
Yeah.
Colonel Murphy.
For those of you that don't know, this is like basket weaving that keeps me sane.
See, I grew up as a redhead, so I copped
Oh,
all
yeah.
the redhead jokes and names.
I got to
that used to drive me insane.
here, but
But you know what? I own it now. Oh yeah, there's some I can't repeat as well.
it's just like, you know, going bald. I only started going bald at 14. Started losing my hair at 14, so I've lived with it all my life, and it's, you know, not that big a deal. What cracks me up is the guys that are so vain that they got to go get hair plugs and weaves and all. Like, man up a little bit, you know? Yeah. And what a lot of them don't realize is one reason for going bald is testosterone. If you have high testosterone, you'll go bald most likely.
Yep.
And what's everybody trying to do now? Get more testosterone.
I don't understand why guys would need more testosterone.
Why guys would want it?
I can understand for trans guys.
No. Testosterone. No, you're thinking. No, testosterone is the male hormone. Estrogen's.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're a female transitioning to male,
Well, there's
then you'd want it, right? But I don't understand why cisgendered male would
low
want it.
testosterone. You know, when males get to be around 50, they start really dropping. I mean, it starts dropping after you turn 20. You start losing a few percentage points every year. And when you get to be about 50 or so, it really kind of dumps off. And that's when I noticed it. And the biggest thing I hated about it was not having the drive, the inclination to go do anything that I didn't have to do. I used to do stuff all the time around the house, you know, projects and stuff like that. And anymore, it's like I have to hit myself on the head with a hammer to get myself to do it, you know, because I don't have that drive. I don't have that desire to do that. So that's another reason that you get burnt out on stuff like this.
Isn't it the same with the train?
Is because you get up here and you go, I don't really want to do it today. And at that point, turn around and go back to wherever, because if you come in and you work on something like this when you don't want to, you're not going to do a very good job, and you're not going to be happy with what you do. And you'll end up turning it all out. Ask me how I know. So, because I started this layout and had it, well, you know, my bottom deck, I had it about that much. This part wasn't here. I just went around this corner, but I had a big loop at the other end over there and a big loop right here. I ended up tearing all that out. That was 6 months work. And I ended up tearing it all out because I didn't like it. And not only that, but it was the loops on each end were so big that it was going to be hard to get under them all the time. Now, yeah, I've got to get under this, but I made it more accessible than those loops would have been. So it's, you know, it's a lot better layout for me physically than what it would have been before. Pardon?
Yeah, these are things you got to think about.
Yeah,
These
well,
are things you got to
that's the
think
thing. I
about.
jumped into it so
Access and
fast
stuff
when I
like
started
that.
up again that I didn't think about that. And I would come up here, then I'd come up here and go, oh, man, this thing's terrible. And it took me 2 months before I made the decision to tear it down and start over. And I'm glad I did, because this is a much better setup for me. And it does more of what I wanted. It gave me more feature. This was going to be over on the far end, and I was going to use it as the climb to the second level, and then the second level was going to come all the way back around to this town over here. But now I've got this here, and then right behind this mountain, it splits off and goes to we'll go to 2 different towns. So I can get another town in it, another stop on the line, and it works out much better, fits the room better and everything. So I'm glad I did it, but okay, where was I here?
John says, Claude, I can't see you with a full head of hair.
You should have seen me in late junior high, early high school, because it was down to about right here. Not quite to my shoulders. No,
You weren't doing the comb over, were you?
It was my hair, but my hair's real fine, and so it even breaks off real easy. I guess it comes from having a Swedish background. Oh, there it is. But yeah, I had almost shoulder length hair for one summer when I was still living down in Texas. My parents had already moved up here, and I had stayed with my grandmother for the summer, so I could hang around with my friends down there before we moved up here. And that summer, I let my hair grow because it wasn't school. We couldn't wear it that long in school back then. They had requirements on hair length, and of course, even in high school, when I moved up here in high school, our football coach, he didn't have a hair requirement, so you didn't have to cut your hair if you didn't want to. But you definitely didn't want it hanging out from under your helmet. Because if he caught you coming to the field and it was hanging out from under your helmet, we'd run scout offense or defense or whatever, and he'd play middle linebacker. He wouldn't tackle you. He'd wait for you to run by and he'd grab your hair. I saw him pop more than one helmet off a kid just by grabbing them by the hair, the back of their helmet. You see these guys now, heck, half of them got it down to the middle of their numbers past their shoulder pads. But it's off limit to touch it, see. I think if you're going to wear it out there, it ought to be fair game. Well, we got too many Nancys in the NFL anyway.
Heath is just reminding everyone if they'd seen your mutton chops.
Well, if they haven't, go to my channel, and it's on my logo there on the channel. I put it on there because I only had it for that one. I only had it for that one summer. That was a year ago that we took that trip, and the reason I have the hat was I saw it on eBay and I was trying to embarrass my 35-year-old son. So I told him, we need to wear all grow beards for the trip, which we did. And he said, well, I'll do it if you'll do mutton chops. And he was just kidding. But I said, I'll do mutton chops. So the night before we left, I shaved off the center part of the beard and left the mutton chops. And then I had found that hat, that top hat with the what do they call that? Steampunk goggles on it. And I thought, oh, that's perfect. And I wore that on the train every time. And anytime we went out in Durango or any place to go eat or something, I wore that. And I got more comments on the hat than I did the beard, so who knows?
And Heath says, and now it will live on forever.
Well, I even got called a scoundrel in Durango. We had been up to Silverton on the train, and we were coming back to the Durango depot, and there was a couple of guys, probably my age, that were dressed up like sheriff, like town sheriff or something. And they were talking to one of the tourists outside the train. They were down outside the train, and we had gotten up and were walking down the aisle to get off the train. And he sees me because I'm watching him talk to these people. And he sees me and he points up at the train. He goes, "There's one of those scoundrels now." So I got called a scoundrel. Yeah.
Scoundrel. John 26:18 says classic dad move.
Well, and the thing was, it didn't embarrass him. I think it might have, but he's not going to admit that it did.
Of course not.
But yeah, that's what we live for, you know, especially when they get to be older. Because you had to put up with all the crap when they were younger. So that's payback. Yeah. But Steve just ended up leaving, didn't he? Yeah, he probably got
I think he's just bailed.
Oh. My only regret with this layout is my age. And, of course, none of us know how long we're going to be here, but I kind of would hate for, and I've told my son this, so he's supposed to take over if something happens to me, and at least come take this down. But I don't want to leave, stick my wife with it. That's one of the things I guess all of us deal with that are guys that have wives. Is who's going to deal with all our crap when we're gone. Well, this is a little more than just just my crap. So, and all the trains and all the stuff that you can pull off the layout. That's easy to There's nothing else. You get a Model Railroader magazine and you call one of the guys in the back of the magazine that buy estates. Call them up, and sell it all to them. That would be the easy way to do it. But it's taken this down, and I've tried to build it. Well, I do have stuff screwed to the walls, but these walls were textured. They're not finished, but they're textured, which is a good thing. They've got an orange peel texture on them. So when they pull the screws out, everything's screwed. Nothing's glued to the wall. So when they pull the screws out, all they have to go back with a little spackle or drywall mud and fill the holes in, and it should not need anything else after that. And then it can be painted, and nobody would even know this was up here. Of course, it'll be a mess to tear up to get out of here with all the plaster and all that mess and all that stuff, but I won't have to worry about it. No, it won't be me.
No, it won't be you. He says, Steve, who?
Okay, let's see that there. Put this one up here. Yeah, anyway, this is a great way to do plaster mountains. If that's what you want to do. I wouldn't suggest using the rolls of plaster if you've got as much to do as I do, because you'll go through too much of it. Much cheaper to buy you 25, 30 pounds of hydrocal at a time and mix your own plaster and use paper towels or dryer sheets or something like that. You could even do it with paper mache. Paper mache would be just as messy and probably a little bit lighter than the plaster, although the plaster's not horribly heavy. Because for this mountain and all the rocks and everything that I've done so far, I've used 60 pounds. So, and I don't have all the rock molds on here even. So there's not a lot on here. I mean, this is pretty lightweight as far as mass versus weight. It's just a shell, and the plaster is really easy to work with. I found it. The only thing you gotta watch is don't use hot water. Don't dump your plaster in all at once. Sprinkle it in as you mix it, and it won't set up quite as fast. Because if you make too much, you won't be able to get it onto your project in time before it hardens up and you can't use it. So those are things to keep in mind. But the plaster sheets, if you were only doing, say, that right there is all you had to do, I'd get the roll of plaster sheets from Woodland Scenics, and some other places make it. It would be a lot more convenient, and then you just soak it in water and put it on. But the plaster sheets, if you have to do this much, is going to cost you a fortune.
Keith wants to confirm, is
No,
it
do not use
use
cold
hot water or use hot
If you want it
water?
to set up fast, use hot water. Use cold water to keep it from setting up quite so quick. It'll give you a little more working time.
So we've been going for just over 2 hours now. And I've got to get up in the morning because it's nearly 12 o'clock my time. So I think it's just about time that we
It's up to you,
bail.
Ally.
What do you think?
It's still morning for me, so I'll be in here for a little bit longer, but I'm going to have to go sit down too for long. My feet are starting to get to me.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll end the stream here. See you later, everybody.
Yep.
Take care.
And who else is on here? Well, there's not very many.
We'll see you all.
John?
No,
John
seems like
here, I
Heath
think.
is the only one here. Oh yeah, John 2618.
Yeah, I got your coffee cup, Heath. Yeah. Anyway. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next time, or see you Saturday on Trackside. Bye.